We are under our blankets, in our dorm, Terezin, house L417, room number 1. The bunk beds have stopped creaking with little kids who cry more at night or falling asleep. But we are older, we are 13, 14, 15. We don't take note of these things anymore. Or are we just better at repressing them or passing over them in silence? Now everyone is asleep. I slowly emerge from my blanket like a butterfly that is pushing its way through its cocoon to be reborn. I have the face of a butterfly, the thinness of a butterfly, the desire of a butterfly. I carry my colors in my hand, not in my skin. I have the beauty of a butterfly, but it's all in my palm. My wings are those leaves of paper that I hide under my mattress. I softly lift the weight, draw out the blank pages and the notes. I walk barefoot. I am a butterfly. Matteo Corradini, The Republic of Butterflies. Although it's strange to say, here in Terezin, we are asked to fly. Despite the cold weather and our remembrances, we're asked to fly, exactly as butterflies do, so fragile, close and colourful. Here, tonight, in the westernmost ghetto, in the last ghetto to be freed, we feel fragile. We perceive the painful human condition that pervades this land, trees, walls, rocks, and the air. It is also pervading us. Terezin is attempting to fill us with its stories. And in a mysterious while, if we know how to listen to them, we will no longer be presidents, personalities, or famous actors. We will only be humans. Fragile humans. Ilse Weber was a Czech Jew transported to Terezin with her husband and their younger son. Her elder son had been saved by a kinder transport shortly before. Ilse was recruited in the children's nursery. She experienced distress for the younger son, nostalgia for the elder, and wrote songs and poems for the sick children she took care of, for them to peacefully fall asleep at night. As one of her lullabies went, the moon is a lantern and looks at the world from above. Who knows what the moon now sees in our world, and what it thinks about it. We are now in the company of survivors. We can look at their faces, hold their hands. They are here amongst us. We are also in the company of a larger group of people, the majority, who went through this place but could never go back home. In this cold twilight that wraps us little by little, our mind goes to the nights when Ilse put the children to bed, as if those nights were also of all the Jews who had suffered in the ghetto. Our mind goes to the twilight of human lives, the waiting time before the arrival of the trains leaving for death camps, the transport of executed persons' ashes, which was also made along this road, where we are now. But has that night ever ended? Let's think of it now. tonight. Let's try and be close to history, as close as butterflies skimming the ground. The sense of knowledge perhaps exists in this closeness, in the idea that we who were not there could never understand what really happened inside this place. Terezin. We could only listen, fly low, get close to the truth, and to words that are left to remember. We could do this here in Terezin, where words always meant something else, where work meant no work but slavery, where bread meant no bread and coffee meant no coffee, even life itself pretended to be life. The Nazis' violence here in Terezin also expressed itself in the form of a devilish lie, which changed names and things. Madagascar. Do you remember Madagascar? The Nazis said that they would take the Jews there and this land would become their country. Of course this is not true. Such a project never existed, because words for them always meant something else. And Madagascar meant deportation. Madagascar meant Terezin. Terezin meant Auschwitz, and Auschwitz meant death. In the chain of the Shoah, the true meaning of every place rested and resided in the next place. Here in Terezin, Peter Ginz wrote an article in an underground newspaper of which he was chief editor. Then he said, each object coming into contact with humankind is like a curse. Peter knew the evil generated by the Nazis only too well, an evil that penetrated things, that stood on and even resisted the defeat of the Third Reich. Time may not suffice to cancel it. It's crucial to wonder what remains amongst us of this evil, to open our eyes to the present. The Nazis lost the war. Yes. Yes. But has their evil ever been defeated? We are the ghetto. If the ghetto survives, we will all survive. It's an idea behind various forms of resistance that originated in Terezin. Salvation is achieved through unity, and culture in the ghetto allowed the Jews to join forces and claim their own identity. Although they were beset by the curse of this place, the Terezin children wrote articles in underground newspapers and poems. They sung in the extraordinary children's opera, Rundibar, whose music and words you will soon experience. We teach children not to tell lies, but the Terezin children had to react against the violent fiction created by the Nazis with a very nice but fragile lie. Art. Children of all ages understood that telling what you see won't save your own body, but it will surely make your fantasy live on in someone else's body, someone who will come after you, even for just 1 minute. How long is the life of a butterfly? Like butterflies, the Jews who composed and played music, drawn, painted, acted, performed, taught, learnt. Culture here in Terezin was the last fragile link with the human condition, like a thread that was courageously left uncut. Only 142 children and young men survived the Shoah. Their stories, together with several other stories, will live on inside us as fragile, close, and colourful as butterflies.